What is going on, YouTube? I'm Lamont at Large. Today we are at the West Laurel Hill Cemetery here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and I'm here to visit the grave of Teddy Pendergrass. Teddy Pendergrass was born on March 26, 1950 here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He was the only child of his mother, Ida. She had 6 previous miscarriages before having Teddy. So she raised him the best she could. He had really no father in the home. He had only met his dad maybe twice. By the time Teddy was 12 years old, his dad had got stabbed to death out here in Philadelphia. He was raised in the church, began singing for his church when he was a young kid. By the time he was 10 years old, he was an ordained minister. Now, of course, being a young kid, living in the inner city, not having your dad around, more than likely you might be getting into a little bit of trouble here and there. Got arrested a couple times as a juvenile, but of course his mother, being basically both mother and father, raised him right, and he quickly outgrew and got out of all that nonsense. He taught himself how to play the drums. He would listen to music and start mimicking drum beats with his fingers on a table. And then later on, he picked up some drumsticks and he became a drummer. Later on, a group out here by the name of the Cadillacs, they recruited him to become their drummer. And of course, the Cadillacs would tour with a band called Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. So later on, he went from the Cadillacs and got a job drumming for Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. And in 1970, the lead singer of the Blue Notes, a man by the name of John Atkins, he quit the band. Now, Harold Melvin, originally when he started the Blue Notes, I believe he started in the mid-50s, and he was the singer originally. He was the piano player as well, taught himself how to do that. But for some reason, I guess he felt the need to have other people sing the songs, but of course he would keep his name in the billing. The money situation, you would have a lot of people coming in and coming out of that band, because at the end of the night, you're looking at all the money being made. Most of the money is going to Mr. Melvin. So Teddy starts drumming for Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, and when their singer left, there was really only one person that can fill that role, and that was, of course, Teddy Pendergrass. He started singing for the Blue Notes. Of course, you'll know their very famous song, If You Don't Know Me By Now. A lot of people, honestly, they don't believe, they don't know that Teddy Pendergrass is the singer in that song. So you're going touring around, right? Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. Oh yeah, and by the way, we got a guy named Teddy Pendergrass that sings, but enough about him. And Teddy, he's going, performing, touring, doing television show appearances. And guess what? This guy's very good looking. He has a fantastic voice. The ladies love him. He's looking back at these guys. He's like, why am I not getting the billing that I deserve? These guys around me, you know, they're basically sucking up the profits that I could be getting. So in 1976, Teddy says, hey man, I'm out of the band. I'm gonna go out on my own. So he leaves the band, and the Blue Notes, they went on to tour, but they were never the same after Teddy left the band. Fun fact, Teddy Pendergrass is the first black singer to have 5 platinum albums in a row. So he goes on to release album after album. A couple of his very well-known songs, of course, Love TKO, and of course, Turn Off the Lights. And in that song, Teddy tells you how he likes to be bathed, and if you do that to him, he's gonna do that to you. A lot of you watching this video right now, you may not know this, but if it wasn't for Teddy Pendergrass, some of us would not be here right now. So as I said earlier, Teddy Pendergrass, good looking dude, becomes a multi-millionaire. He's a very flashy guy, and a lot of people didn't really take too kindly to that. He had some trouble with the Philadelphia Police Department. He said, she said, who knows what was going on with that, but they did make him a target just because of how flashy he is. I mean, how many guys are rolling around Philadelphia driving at 80 miles an hour, driving a Maserati? Not many at all. Very, very famous. Some people called him the Black Elvis. He would do ladies only concerts. If you were a guy, hey, hit the road. This concert is only for ladies. He was known for doing those, and he would give out black lollipops before the show. So, you know, guess what the ladies are sucking on? A teddy pop, right? Okay. Very good. Definitely a ladies' man. And listen, his wife at the time, you know, hey, when you sign up to be with Teddy Pendergrass, hey, when he's traveling, going from city to city, hey, listen, we're both adults. We know what's going on here. He's stepping out on the lovely one. But hey, that's what you sign up for when you're with that man. So many ladies loved him, including my mom. She loves some Teddy Pendergrass. So anyways, flashy guy, women love him. And one guy that didn't really take too kindly to him was a great singer himself, a ladies' man, and that was Marvin Gaye. And the reason why Marvin Gaye didn't like Teddy Pendergrass wasn't because he was necessarily jealous. It's because Marvin Gaye's wife, Jan Gaye, had an extramarital affair with Teddy Pendergrass. But hey, you know, I guess it is what it is at the end of the day. So anyways, let's talk about the infamous accident that happened to Teddy. So as I mentioned earlier, Teddy Pendergrass loved the ladies. He loved fast cars, really fast cars. Around March 10th or March 11th of 1982, Pendergrass was driving his Maserati and he got into a really bad accident. He didn't get hurt too bad. It was just mostly minor injuries, but there's a more unfortunate accident that was just going to occur the following week, one that would change his life and some would say his reputation forever. March 18th, 1982, Teddy was leaving a club. He was driving his Rolls Royce, according to eyewitnesses, very, very fast. And without another vehicle being involved in the accident, it slid off the road and hit a tree pole. By the time 911 was called and the ambulance arrived, two people that were in the vehicle at the time have been stuck in that car for over an hour. They finally get Teddy Pendergrass and his passenger out of the vehicle. His passenger was a woman by the name of Tamika Watkins. So the police are talking to Tamika about what was going on and how did they crash. And, you know, one of the officers, he's looking at Tamika and he said, listen, this is not a lady, this is a guy. It's a guy dressed up as a lady. Whatever word you want to use to call it, go ahead and use it. So they say, well, what's your real name? He's like, John Watkins. Okay, John. All right, what's going on over here? He just said there was no other cars involved in the accident. Teddy was just driving too fast. When they took Teddy Pendergrass to the hospital, later came that he suffered a severe spinal cord injury, the accident making him a quadriplegic for the rest of his life. He was in the hospital for 6 months. When he gets out, I mean, let's not forget, guys, when Teddy Pendergrass was singing and all that, he was only in his late 20s at the height of his popularity. I mean, to be in your late 20s and then, you know, you're in your barely in your early 30s and you have a horrible accident. Oh my God. So this guy, you know, you got to imagine what's going through his mind. He gets home and he's in a wheelchair. And I believe in his own mind, thoughts of ending it all. Depression rears its ugly head. He doesn't know what to do. Will he ever sing again? Can he sing again? Becoming a quadriplegic, it did impair his breathing somewhat. And, you know, there was some pretty dark days for Teddy. You would look at all the bottles of prescription painkillers and he would say, hey, if I take too many of these, I'll go to sleep and I'll never wake up. And that did cross his mind many times. But, you know, with the help of his friends, his family, and God, you know, he made it out of that dark hole abyss. And a couple years later after the accident, he actually made his first public appearance at a Live Aid concert, about 100,000 people, and there he sang. And even though he was in a wheelchair, he continued to make music, and he made more albums, and everything was all good again. Now, going back to the Tamika/John Watkins, a lot of people looking at this guy and saying, well, what are you doing with a cross-dresser in your vehicle? You're a ladies' man. Your songs are all about the ladies, the ladies, the ladies. And next thing you know, hey, what's going on over here? I'll just say this. Hey, whatever you want to do in your own personal time or your own personal business, hey, that's your business. That ain't mine. So, kind of disappeared. Never really talked about it. So, maybe he was just giving him a ride home. Who knows? I'm pretty sure he's done interviews of discussing the situation at hand. But at the end of the day, who really knows? Anyways, but hey, he continued to make music, and the ladies continued to love him. Actually, as a matter of fact, the ladies continued to love him so much that in 2002, he and his then wife, they split up. They got a divorce. And there was an interview in a magazine where they asked his wife, you know, because his wife was with him, you know, through all that, you know, the accident and the rehab and the wantings of ending it all. They said, well, why'd you leave him? She said, hey, listen, it wasn't my choosing, you know. I just got tired of the ladies, is all that she said. I got tired of all the ladies. Even in a wheelchair, the ladies loved Teddy Pendergrass. A very talented musician, very talented drummer, and an even more talented singer. You know, one of those singers, those songs that, you know, you and your girlfriend are chilling on Lookout Mountain or what have you, and you put on some Love TKO. Let me just say this, they don't make music like that anymore. Today's music is horrible, in my personal opinion. I know a lot of people are going to get mad because I said that. You know, oh, well, what are you going to do? It's an ever-changing generation, and the music that is made now is just, it's not about love. It's about, in my opinion, nonsense. And, you know, when people die that made good music back in the day, it's, you know, I think all of us can agree a little piece of our childhood and early adulthood goes and slowly fades away. This is the grave of Teddy P. I am who I am. That's a song I believe that he sang. He wrote for a television special that there was like an award show or something along those lines dedicated to him. Black Elvis. Rest in peace, Teddy P. And I will come back. I'm going to shine up your stone for you. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments below What other singers from his time do you like to listen to? I don't care if it's R&B or rock and roll. I don't know. Let me know who you liked. Luther Vandross, anybody? Anyways, guys, God bless. I'm Lamont at Large. I'll catch up with you on the next vlog. Be good, y'all. Peace out.